Howdy, y'all. Yes, man here. Now, I know y'all don't know too much about me because, well, I don't blow my own horn too much. I do blow the duck call a little bit, but anyway, let me give you a little bit of background about who I am so you can have a proper appreciation about what you're about to see. You can call me the Yes Man. Now, that ain't my real name, the name my ma gave me when I was born to her after 37 hard hours of labor. Oh, excuse me, I killed that skeeter. Just a minute, gotta kill the skeeter. Yeah, got him. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I was born with the name Faustine Elmer Yepers. Now, I don't know why. I don't have any problem with that name. I can pronounce it just fluently, but of course that's my name, so I'm used to it. But I have run into a fella or two that had trouble getting their tang all tangled up trying to pronounce what I just said. Anyway, let me just kind of spell out the name there for you and then explain the origins and the roots so that you have a proper appreciation. Let's start with the Yepers. Around my parts, Yepers mean same thing as yes. But it's easier to say yes. Most people are used to it, so I just call myself the Yes Man. That's where that come from. Get it? Well, not everybody's quite as sharp as others, but I think you can probably get it. Now, my middle name is Elmer. Good name. Elmer Fudd was a duck hunter like me. Elmer's glue. Never did nobody no wrong. Can't sniff it though. Don't smell like nothing. Taste all right sometimes if you're hungry. But so it's Elmer. Elmer's my middle name. Now the first name, Faustine. That's a beautiful name. Beautiful name. But most people don't even understand its roots. It has to do with science and chemicals and whatnot. My mom always said it had something to do with a good bowl of chili. I don't understand that myself, but anyway, I've shortened it quite a bit to Jane. Just call it me Jane. And if you don't like calling me Yes Man, want something a little more formal, I can go with Gene E. Yes. Yeah, that works. Yeah, Gene. My middle initial E. And the yes. So Gene E. Yes. And that's actually a play on words. And you got to spell that out for you a little bit because not most people can understand that. But it's a play on the word genius. I don't want to brag, nothing like that, but I have been classified as a genius. And but the purpose of these series of tutorials and videos and whatnot here is to share my particularly skilled area of expertise. You see, I just have a knack for increasing the efficiency of product lines, so to speak, or understanding the deficiencies or the defects of a particular product or item that you might never thunk about before, but it really there really is some ways you can improve things. And well, I'm kind of looking into becoming a consultant for a big corporation, something like that. And I think that I'm really I could have a lot to offer a big company. So I just consider myself a product efficiency consultant, and I want to share a little bit of that with you guys because well, you can benefit from it, of course, and And maybe I could even get a little bit of proper appreciation for me, for my particular penchant for sniffing out them inefficiencies, if you know what I mean. So, anyway, enough introduction. I think you have a pretty good handle on who I am and what I can do. And now it's time to get down to brass tacks, so to speak. So the first brass tack we want to talk about in this episode right here is the poorly designed item which many of us run across. It's called the electrical outlet cover plate. Mm-hmm. Yep, you've got a lot of them in your house, I bet you. Unless you're like my aunt. Unless you're like my Aunt Jemima Ledbetter, who she ain't had no electricity in her house, never. She don't need them kind of modern contraptifications. And I can't blame her. But aside from folk like her, everybody else has got, just every single wall has just got these electrical outlet cover plates all over them, because, you got to plug in your, TV, and your VCR, and your microwave, and you even got to charge all these newfangled gadgets like them iPhones and smart pads and all them kind of things. Okay, so here we are, and this is your common, ordinary electrical outlet right there, as you can see. Now, there's something wrong. That's my dog, Bud, right there. Something wrong with this electrical outlet. Now, you probably didn't notice it if you ain't got an eye for them kind of things like I do, but let me just move Bud's dishes out of their way. Now, you see that right there? Yeah, you notice a little hole on the top. See, there's a slot here and a slot here, and then there's this little hole right there. And the problem is, and this is a very common problem, that hole is supposed to be on the bottom. Because if it ain't, like you ought to plug in your vacuum cleaner or your shaver or your electric filleting knife or whatever it might be. You have to stand on your head to plug her in if it's got one of them little posts on it, because it's upside down. Of all the stupid things. Now, you'd think that a feller could avoid that problem, wouldn't you? Just stop and think about it a minute. Well, the truth of the matter is, the problem can be avoided very easily. But manufacturers don't even think about these sorts of things. So, here is my solution. The problem is, they don't indicate which end of this plate is supposed to be up and which is supposed to be down. If you turn this plate the right side up, then there wouldn't be a problem, would there? So my suggestion is that you very simply put a B, like down here, put a B there and a T there. The T stands for top, and the B would stand for a bottom. Except in this case, that wouldn't be right, would it? Because this one's upside down. So, in this case, you would rightly see a upside down T here and an upside down B there. Now, if you have a lick of sense, that's going to immediately tell you, oh, hold on a minute, this is upside down, cattywampus, and every which way. So what you do is you just pull that little bitty screw out right there, and you flip this outlet plate around, and then everything works hunky-dory. So, let me just demonstrate real quick since we got you here as a captive audience, so to speak. Let me get my Leatherman. And let's break out the minus sign screwdriver, not the plus sign. You don't want the plus sign screwdriver side. You want the minus side screwdriver side. And why is that? Because that's a minus sign screw right there. So, here we go. We're going to take this plate off by extracting this screw right here. Comes off very easily. Then you just switch this around like that and screw it back in just like that. And there you have it, folks. There you have it. Now, if you notice, we have now fixed this major problem, which could have been avoided if it had simply been labeled correctly. Now, as you notice, we have the hole. I'm going to have to get back with you on this one. This one seems to be a bit more, shall we say, complicated. But, well, as often happens with a project, you get into it and more problems turn up. So, you can start out by going ahead and taking a Sharpie and labeling all your electrical outlet cover plates, T and B, like I indicated. And then after you've done that, if you ever have to take it off, know which way to put it back on again. But if you do get it switched around and you still got an issue somehow, like turned up down there, in a later update, we'll get into the more advanced tutorial of how to fix that problem. In the meantime, this is the Yes Man fixing all your product no-nos. So, to do. See you next time, everybody.